Listen, there's a few things you need to know before you travel to any country. This is going to be the Athens version. So, one of the first things that you need to know is they eat a lot of fruit. They drink a lot of wine. There are some things that are illegal. You cannot bring any food, cannot bring any meat, you cannot bring any smoke, you can't bring anything into Greece. They're very strict. We went through 5 checkpoints to even get through security once we got there. I'm telling you. So this is our first day. So just know there's no Uber in Greece. There's no Uber. So there is Uber Taxi. So if you have the Uber application, the app, you can also get Uber Taxi in Greece. But let me tell you, it's expensive. This is me doing a video. They were shooting a video at this public park here, our first day. It was kind of funny because we was listening to their hip hop and stuff. This is the marina. They give you large portions of food. We made that mistake the first day. You can share most of your portions in Greece. So that's number 2. Number 1 is there is no Uber. And if you do take a taxi, it's expensive. Number 2 is there is tons of large portions of food, which means the food is cheaper. So you can share your meal with the person that you're with for half the price. Okay, this is a local marina. Also, again, number 3, their food and wine is delicious. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. It's easy to get around. Number 4 is it's easy to island hop when you get on boats like this. This is the marina. If you have a little bit of cheese, you can actually rent majority of these yachts out. These are the basic yachts. They have gigantic yachts ported at this port. Yeah, I was dreaming right here because this is my favorite one. And then, there's always the sunset. Everyone here, they go and have dinner and drinks for at least 3 to 4 hours. It's a laissez-faire type of country. So just be prepared. You see to relax. Look, they eat tons of fruit. Tons of it. Where we stay, there is plenty of views. Everything was gorgeous. Our hotel pool, hot tub, and breakfast area was at the top of the hotel. So we get to see this view all the time. Another thing, number 5, is it's easy to get around Athens. The economical way for you to get around Athens is through the public transportation. Here, we are going through, look how beautiful it is. This is their subway system. We're just going down to even try to get down underground to get to their subway station. But it's huge. Now, I've traveled in London, New York, and Paris. All their tube stations, their underground, their subways. And it's pretty simple. Once you take in one of these major subways, it's easier to get to the other ones. The problem that we had when we got to Greece is we could not speak Greek. Yeah, and you see their ticket. It's like a pretty much any European rail station, underground and whatever. This is pretty standard. You buy your ticket before you go downstairs. You use it, and then you go to your substation. There are signs everywhere. If you know which platform you're supposed to get on, if you know what train you're supposed to be taking, listen, please take some time and study the subway map. I think we paid like €5 for a daily pass. Super cheap. And that's all day. Now, mind you, with our group, we was taking our group to the Acropolis this day. I actually got up early that morning to try to figure out the subway system. Luckily, I had a local guide that kind of helped me. And look at the trains. This is fairly typical. If you kind of know where you're going, you're good. No one's going to mess with you. You know, it's pretty standard if you've lived in a major city that has a subway station. As long as you know how to read where the trains are going, you'll be fine. And the trains run all day, I think from 5 a.m. till midnight. Or maybe it's 2:30 in the morning. However, the transportation in Greece is pretty economical if you do public transportation. We took a ride from the airport all the way to the other side where we stayed for like 10 euros. Okay, if you take an Uber, it's going to be $50. And we stayed maybe 30 minutes from the airport by car ride. Yep. So it's 30 minutes from the airport, $50 for the Uber, and $10 for the public transportation. See? This is one of the ways that you can save tons and tons of money when you go on your trips. I'm telling you, take public transportation. It's a little bit more work because you have to figure it out. They have maps and signs everywhere. If you know a little bit of the language, you're perfectly fine. If you get a little lost, just ask a local. Most people in Greece speak a little bit of English, okay? Matter of fact, they already know that you're English by how you're dressed and how you look. They know that you're probably English. The Acropolis. You can buy your tickets online. It skipped a line. There was a line, but buy your tickets online. All you have to do is show the pass. You get right through. I would suggest you go early in the morning. We were there by 11, and look, it was still a lot of people. But the views are gorgeous. This is Athens. It's people here for days. It's gorgeous. There's so much history. It's a very, really, really rich city. They have tons of museums. We even went to the museum. They have tons of museums, tons of things for you to do. Again, you can island hop. You could do day cruises. You could do boat trips. This is one of the Athens that they had, the outdoor kind of Athens place that's kind of crumbling now. But I'm telling you, if you know any history about Greece where you're walking, that stuff is so old. And to physically see the stones on top of each other, and you're like, how did they get them on top of each other? They're so high. It's just very interesting. That was our group trip. Over there up under that tree, we had a personal tour guide that was telling us a little bit about the Acropolis, all the history, everything that's happened there, all the fights. Did you know that the Acropolis used to be a treasury that had a lot of gold? Yes. I learned a lot from the tour guide. So anytime you get a chance to visit something, get a tour guide, or if they offer a guide with a headset or anything, I would suggest that. I'm a huge history buff. I love tours. I love history. So I would suggest if you're going someplace, get a tour guide. It was super cheap. I had a big group, so like that came with our group trip. I'm not even going to tell you how cheap I got the tour guide, but it was well worth it. Everyone had a good time. Actually, everyone learned stuff. So definitely, I'm just going to tell you guys, this was a good trip. So 5 things I wish I knew before traveling to Greece. I'm just going to repeat. The first thing was there's no Uber. They have Uber Taxi, which you can use off of the Uber website, but it's super expensive, okay? Use public transportation. The food portions are pretty huge, so share your food. You can save money that way. The wine is good. The beaches are great. Listen, the history is wonderful there. Lots of museums, lots of things to do. And last but not least, you can island hop. You can rent a yacht For a couple of hours, you can rent a yacht. For a day, for a couple of days, you can go to the islands by renting the yacht. You can actually just take the ferries to the islands. They have day trips, everything. Just be careful. Do a lot of research before you travel, but it will be well worth it. Well worth it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time on the next Star Life Travel vlog.